The late night alternative with me, Iain Lee on Talk Radio. And I think we may have made a breakthrough. If you want to watch the show, go to youtube.com/rabbit hole and you can have a little look there and see what is going on. I'm going to shut one of those feeds off in a second. It's Monday night. Lovely to see Shappy. You know, when you do these big reality shows, people always say, you're going to make friends, going to make so many friends. And I don't do jobs to make friends. I do jobs to get money. But I'm going to be friends with Shappy, and I'm going to be friends with Jenny, and that will do me. There were two lovely people. So, and Jenny's husband, Chris, who's just the nicest bloke. We need to find a reason, Catherine, to go back up to Manchester so we can go to Jenny and Chris's restaurant, Annie's, and I'm going to be honest, hopefully blag some free food. I mean, that doesn't sound too outrageous, does it? 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I tell you what gets right on my tits is I was on the train today because we were in Bath last night, and then I was doing Good Morning Britain this morning. They dropped my second hit. They always come in and they say, we're supposed to do it at 6:50 and 7:50, no snails. And 7:30, they come in with a disappointed face. Oh, I've got some bad news, Ian. And I said, what, are they dropping the second hit? Yes, they are. I said, I still get paid the same, right? They went, yeah. I said, fine by me. Car's coming at 8, is it? Beautiful. I said, it's fine, love it. Do me. I do love being on Good Morning Britain. Susanna Reid is the most delightful human being. When I sat down at the desk, she squealed with excitement. She squealed. So it was so nice to see you in. It was so nice to see, and it was nice to see her. And you know what? It was nice to see Piers. It was all right. And it was nice to see Charlotte. And we had it did it. But what it meant was, I parked at Talk Radio Towers last night. Got to Talk Radio just after 1. Oh, man. Did you hear Howard Hughes last night? Flipping heck. I dipped in and out of Howard because I was listening to a podcast about the Bruce Lee movie, Big Boss. And I dipped in and out of Howard. But, oh, man, his last guest in the last hour. Did you hear any of it, Kath? The fella, right, who his title was brilliant. He was like an electronics and digital. His job, right, was detecting whether you were being bugged, right, digitally. But then he also, like a little PS to his title was, and he also prevents mind control. And Howard didn't mention that bit. He didn't mention it. So the first 20 minutes, it was quite interesting. The first 20 minutes was talking about bugging. It's like bugging and stuff. I think this is boring. Come on, man, let's cut to the chase here. It's all about bugging, right? And then the guy said, actually, Howard, there's something I want to talk about. And I thought, here we go. When the interviewee starts steering the conversation, you know you're going to get some ripe old bullshine. And he said, I want to talk about an event, an occurrence that happened at an event. I was part of the conspiracy theory con 2016, and we were targeted by military satellites because on the Saturday, everybody started feeling ill and queasy, and most people went home. And on the Sunday, everybody felt better. And it is of my belief, in fact, I have been told this by a Russian contact, that basically the military were zapping the Conspiracy Theory Convention 2016 with a satellite that makes people feel a bit queasy. It wasn't even brown noise. It wasn't like they were puking up. It just made them feel a bit queasy. So they all went, we should probably go home. And he was saying, oh yeah, what they've got is they've got technology where they take your rubbish. You hear this? Oh, it was great, man. See if you can find it. It was about 25 past 12. The bit where they're talking about the rubbish. They can take your rubbish and the bit about the convention. We'll play the whole 10 minutes. No one's calling in. We'll play the whole 10 minutes. It's brilliant. And they being the military and the government. And they get your DNA from the trash. And they can make weapons that will only target your DNA. And Howard Hughes, I love Howard's show so much. It was a bit of a boring bit when he was talking about graphite and stuff like that. And I like it when you just get the fruitcakes on, Howard. That's what we want. And Howard's going, mm-hmm. And also he was trying to steer him ever so gently away because this guy was being very specific about the Arabs. He said, for example, you get Arab DNA, then you can create a weapon that will only target Arabs. And he kept going on about Arabs, and Howard was going, well, of course, it would target, you could target any racial group. Yeah, but if you were at war with the Arabs, man, it was great. It was absolutely great. I thoroughly recommend Howard's show on a Sunday night. It really is. It is superb. But anyway, so what was happening was then I was driving into London from Bath, which is a journey of about 2.5 hours. It was a long old trek. Parked here at work, and then went and stayed at a hotel. I got to the hotel about 1:30. Ate loads of. I was thinking, please don't raid the minibar. Please don't raid. I raided the minibar. Packet of Oreos, 2 packets of Pringles. Eating all this stuff, and I'm really, really concerned now, guys. About my weight, really concerned about my weight, and because I'm like the heaviest I've ever been, man. I'm tipping 16 stone now. I'm pretty sure of it. Certainly I'm the fattest I've ever been. Definitely the fattest I've ever been, and I'm just caning the minibar like there's no tomorrow, and there was a tomorrow, and it involved me getting up at 5 o'clock. And going and doing. I was telling you this for a reason. There was a reason that I was announcing this, and I'm buggered if I can remember what it was. It was filler. It's all filler. It's all filler. No one's calling in. No, I feel like Julia Hartley-Brewer. So I'm not going to have a rant about Muslims. But yeah, we'll just sit and wait. We can just sit and wait for calls. We can sit and wait. Maybe they won't come. I don't know. If you want to give me a call, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. And you can give me a call about absolutely anything you want. Absolutely anything. This is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio, the 21st century dream team of dialogue, debate and discourse.
Talk Radio. Give it some lip.
There's a new secret agent in town.
I'll have an apple martini and a cheese toasty.
And his name is...
Man. Logan Man.
We had a direct threat from Vladimir Shevchenko.
Such a Russian baddie name.
When the world calls for peace, they bring the action.
What took you so long?
I'm sorry I was waiting for a toasty.
How was it?
Cheesy.
Explosive new comedy, Action Team, starts Monday the 5th of March on ITV2.
I don't need a stylish new Toyota CHR because I hardly need parking sensors. I'm brilliant at parking because everyone will want a lift because it clashes with my tie.
Eventually, you'll run out of excuses. The Toyota CHR, only £229 a month with 0% APR representative. Search Toyota CHR offers.
0% APR representative on new sales of Toyota CHR Red Edition petrol over 24 months. £229 per month customer deposit of £7,205.50 when financed through Access Toyota by the 2nd of April 2018. £12,622.50 optional final payment. Subject to status to over 18s. Indemnities may be required. Conditions apply. Toyota Financial Services.
The family member who was concerned. The neighbour who felt uneasy. The teacher who was worried. The coach who noticed at practice. And you. It's up to all of us to keep children safe. If you think a child may be at risk, report it to your local council, who can provide the support a child may need. If you think it, report it. Visit gov.uk/tackle child abuse to find out how. And together, we can tackle child abuse.
I saw something I was not supposed to. They gave me a choice: die or become a sparrow.
Get ready for the intensely gripping spy thriller, Red Sparrow.
This is what you were meant to do.
Critics agree it's sexy, smart, and empowering.
They'll never let you go.
I'll find a way.
Jennifer Lawrence, Joel Edgerton, Matthias Schoenaerts, and Jeremy Irons.
Make these men pay.
Don't miss Red Sparrow in cinemas and IMAX this Thursday. Certificate 15.
With PerTemp's recruitment, opportunity is closer than you think. It can take you to places you've always wanted to be, and it's around every corner. So if you're looking for your next permanent, temporary or contract opportunity, hop into one of our 200 local offices or search PerTemps online. PerTemps, the face of recruitment.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
What happened? I went to have a fiddle with the camera and suddenly we got a full switchboard. Let's go to Edward. Good evening, Edward.
Good evening, Ian.
Good evening, Edward. What do you have for us tonight on this bloody cold night?
Yeah, I haven't got like 2 duvets on me, so I'm all right, thanks.
Aye. Are you in bed?
Yep.
That's the way. That's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. I'm tempted to buy myself an electric blanket, but we'll only need it for a few weeks, and then it'll be spring. Save your money. Save your money.
Yeah. Just get another 10 quid duvet from Argos or something.
Well, this is what I didn't realise. We had this discussion recently. I took some duvets to be dry cleaned because my children had puked all over them, for 3 duvets. 1 double and 2 singles, it was about 48 quid or something, and everyone went, you could buy 3 duvets for less than that.
Well, can you?
Yeah. Well, you just said you bought a duvet for a tenner.
Oh no, I didn't. No, my duvet cost 335 quid.
What the heck? Blimey! What the heck? What is it? Is it stuffed with real life geese? No, that would be awful. Really? Hello, hello. What happened there? We lost. Where did Edward? Where did you? I think I got so excited, Edward. I think I disconnected you for a moment.
Oh, did you? Oh, well, yeah. Well, no worries. I haven't got an awful lot to say.
That's all right. Don't matter. What's going on? What's going on?
I'll see what's going on. I'm not sure it's because I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
But what really annoys me is people saying obviously all the time, at the beginning of every sentence or at the end of every sentence.
You've just reminded me what that whole thing about me listening to Howard Hughes and what that was about. Go on. Yeah, tell me about the obviously, and I'll tell you what it was. Go on.
Okay, right. Well, when football pundits, I know you're not a fan, but football pundits say obviously at the beginning of every sentence. Yes. I'm not sure if that's because they think they're going to say something really stupid, but they want to make it perfectly clear that although that's the best they can do, that they are, such a great football mind, that it's perfectly clear to them. Yeah. Or I'm not sure whether people say, like, obviously at the end of a sentence to make it clear that they are very intelligent, and so what they're saying is, trite, just to sort of appeal to the masses.
Let's be honest, right? Anybody whose income comes from talking into a microphone, right? And we can put this to the test, right? Anybody whose job is to talk into a microphone is, I was going to say is an idiot, but that's a sweeping statement. I think we could poke holes in that. But basically, most of what they say is worthless. And I include myself in that. My job is to sit 3 hours a night and talk into a microphone. Most of what I say is worthless.
No, but I mean, you've done it for, 15 years now?
Yes.
Not longer?
Yeah. 15 years of waffle.
Well, yeah, but as long as you're getting the punters in, then that's the whole part, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's me. But what? No, exactly. In terms of getting numbers and stuff like that, that's it. But that's it. That's my sole job is to get numbers, right? What I say is meaningless, literally and metaphorically.
Well, no, of course, I understand that you're not necessarily of any benefit in terms of, the welfare state or anything like that.
There's no benefit whatsoever to anything.
Do you think you've got the best job in the world?
Well, yeah, I do, because I enjoy my job. But then, the woman who... I don't know. I can't think of any other jobs that people do right now. My mind has gone a blank. But you've reminded me why I was doing that whole long monologue and where I was getting to. I had to get... Yes, right. So Howard Hughes, and we'll play a clip of Howard Hughes in a bit. But that was all... That was all a sideshow, because what it meant was, basically, I had to get the train into work tonight because I left my car here last night. So I got the train in, which I like getting the train in because I can have a little read, I can have a little cup of coffee, I can,
of course.
It's enjoyable. But then a guy came in, and it was quite an empty train, so I had 4 seats to myself. And then a guy came and sat opposite me, right?
Mm.
And he had his headphones in and he was watching like a program on his phone. And all I could hear was him going, just sniffing. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking, blow your nose. Just blow your nose, mate. And honestly, 15 minutes he was. And in the end, I got up and moved away because he wouldn't stop sniffing.
Did he look like a cocaine addict?
I don't think it was cocaine. I think it was a cold. I think he just had a cold. But it was disgusting. Now, and also, that isn't... First of all, that's not good for you to sniff that much snot in. That's going to... Your tubes are going to be bunged up. Everything's going to be... you're going to get headaches. But it was just disgusting, man. A real disgusting noise.
Yeah. Okay. But another quick question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Would you ever wear a pink pair of trousers?
Would I ever wear a pink pair of trousers?
Because I've been watching a lot of daytime telly of late. Bargain Hunt and Michael Portillo and all that.
Yes.
They all seem to wear pink trousers. It seems the posher you get, the more ludicrous your fashion sense gets.
Yeah, no, the salmon trousers. That is, I can tell you this now as a fact. That is worn solely by tossers.
Yeah, precisely, and bow ties.
Yeah, it's worn solely by tossers and bow ties. Oh, and bow tie wearers. Yeah, and I like the idea of a bow tie, but you look like an... I tell you what I do like, and every now and then I'll go through a phase, right? Every now and then I'll go through a little phase, right?
Right.
I do like braces.
Really?
Yeah, I do like braces.
Have you got red ones?
No, I've not got red ones. Just like black, just plain black braces. That's what I like.
Yeah, I've got you.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need them anymore with your current weight gain, do you?
Hey, don't fat shame me, Edward, for crying out loud. Don't fat shame me.
Oh, no, if I didn't have a hugely, really speedy metabolism, I'd be huge.
Yeah, well, there you go. I've cut him off now, fat shaming. Let's go to Ken. Good evening, Ken.
Hi, Ian.
Yes?
Ian, you are one of the greatest human beings in history. You need to be all over the world. People need to venerate you throughout the entire planet.
I will have nobody venerating me.
People need to venerate you. People need to listen to you. You can change people. You are a revolutionary. You need not just a talk radio station thing. You need a TV station. You need your own TV station where people work for you, where you are the center. You're amazing, man.
Are you knocking one out?
You're amazing. You're one of the greatest people. Forget Tim Shaw. I mean, that guy fell off. I mean, you're one of the greatest human beings ever. I mean, isn't that... Tyrone, you want to have a talk? Have a talk, man. He doesn't want to talk. Look, Ian,
That's because there's no one. There's no one there.
He doesn't want to talk.
It's because there's no one there. Because you've got no friends. Because you're a sad case. He doesn't want to talk because he's not there. Because you've got no friends. Because you're a sad case.
Yes, he's not there.
He's not there, and you're not all there.
You're one of the greatest people in the world.
Oh, for God's sakes, man. Grow up.
I love you, Ian.
Grow up.
You're the best. You're the best.
Grow up.
People don't appreciate you.
Yes. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about, Ken?
Thinking mainstream media do not appreciate you.
They do appreciate me. I'm on mainstream media, you muppet.
Yeah, they just get your money. He's trendy right now.
Right, what is the point of this prank? I don't get it.
It's not a prank. It's genuine.
Well, then, but what is your obsession with me? I don't want you to listen to my show anymore.
Look, I love you. Okay?
I don't love you. I hate you.
You're the best.
You're the worst.
You're the best.
You are the worst. I hate you.
You're the best. Okay, bye. Good night, everyone.
That was weird, wasn't it? That was weird. Let's try it. Alan, good evening, Alan.
Good evening, Lee. How are you?
I'm very well, Alan. Are we doing surnames or are we doing first names? Because I'm at a disadvantage.
We'll do first names. How are you, Ian? All right.
I'm very well, thank you, Alan. Yes. What have you got for us tonight?
I was listening to the same show as you were listening to last night, Howard Hughes.
Oh, yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good, actually. Yeah. I was really enjoying it because, as you know, I'm a late driver, so
yeah.
I'm driving tonight as well, so just on the M6 at the moment. So I was listening to him and I couldn't believe it if he was going, zap me, you know?
Yeah, it was very funny.
It was very funny how Howard got him in riddles, basically. I mean,
just supposing, though, Alan. Let's just suppose that guy actually was zapped by military satellites that have been programmed to get the DNA of conspiracy theorists. Maybe he's right and we're all wrong.
Well, if they could do that, Ian, half of the population would be gone.
Well, half the population would be made to feel a little bit queasy. That was the thing. They all just felt a little bit sick.
A little bit queasy, yeah. They'd be totally sick, wouldn't they? I mean, if they were doing zapping things, sending high-frequency oscillations out and zapping everybody with things like that. That's no way.
Yes, I don't believe. I would like it to be the case, but I suspect it's bullshine. We'll play a clip of it in a minute. Kath's just
yeah. Anyway, it was nice to see you. It was nice to see you in the jungle there, Ian.
Hey, nice one, man. Thank you very much indeed. It was a blast to do.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, cool, man.
Cheers,
anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go, mate, because I'm driving on the M6 and I'm just watching this road. Hope the snow doesn't come down tonight.
Hey, flipping heck. Thank you, man. Nice guy. It's flipping cold, isn't it? When I was getting driven back this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, that snow was coming down. I thought, oh God, no. Imagine, Catherine, if we got snowed in at work and we'd have to book a hotel, and there's only one room left, and you'd have to sleep in your car. And I would feel bad about that, but that's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes. 0344 499 1000. We've got Darren, we've got Mark. We'll play a little bit of last night's Howard Hughes show as well. It's the late night alternative on Talk Radio. You can listen in on DAB. Maybe you've downloaded the app, or perhaps you're online at talkradio.co.uk.
Greetings, Earthlings. We come in peace. We wish to communicate with your leader.
I'm Howard Hughes. Join me this Sunday night from 10 for a trip into the outer limits.
Untwist the lid on Talk Radio's specimen jar of the psychic, the supernatural, and the simply unexplainable. The Unexplained with Howard Hughes. Sunday night from 10, Earth time on Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. I think we've got phase 1 Stage 1, Phase 1 of the YouTube experiment is working. We are now streaming the show live in HD. That stands for hard definition. And the audio, I believe, is sorted. If you want to go and watch it, if you go to youtube.com/rabbithole, over 4,000 subscribers now, guys. The next big one is 4,010 subscribers. You can go and watch it there. The next trick will be me getting 3 cameras working instead of 1. That's the next trip. If we get that done, then this silly idea we've got, that Catherine and I have had for doing a live TV show, streaming it live. We've booked a venue, June the 3rd, I think it is. If you want to buy tickets, ticketsource.co.uk/Iain-Lee. We've booked a venue to try and do a live TV show. I don't know if it's going to be possible or not, but we can do it with 1 camera. But I want 3. It's got to be 3 cameras. Otherwise, it's not a TV show. 2 cameras is not a TV. It's got to be 3 cameras. It's got to be 3 cameras. Let's go to Mark. Good evening, Mark.
Hello.
Hello, Mark.
Hello. I called you, was it a week ago? Was it 2 weeks ago? Going on about my poorly father. So I just thought I'd ring you with an update on that whole situation.
Let's have an update with that. Let's have an update on your dad. Remind everybody what the situation was and where we are now.
So, okay, the situation was he was looking like he was going to be diagnosed with motor neuron disease. I was in a bit of a mess because of that.
Yeah.
So the update is, I'm feeling quite a bit better. He was formally diagnosed on Friday.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I've been talking a lot more about it, I suppose.
Yeah.
To people, being more open, and that's been very positive. And I'm feeling a lot better for doing that.
Yeah. Sorry, Mark, did you say that when you got the official diagnosis, that was also, you felt better after that?
I had last week I had a really sort of bleak week. Leading up to Thursday, I was probably at my lowest I've been for a very long time.
Yeah.
But then mysteriously on Friday, I felt a lot better. This is like Friday morning, leading right up to the sort of final moment before finding out for sure what was going on.
Yeah.
And now I found out for sure what's going on, because it's all sort of certain what's happening, and we know what's happening next. There's a definite sort of set of actions that are being taken. It just feels a lot more stable almost. The sort of chaotic, not really knowing what I'm doing has gone away. And it's like, okay, well, I know this is what's happening now.
Yeah. And who have you been talking to? I don't need names and addresses, but like friends, professionals, who have you been sharing it with?
No, I've been talking to like my boss at work and stuff, because they're fairly open with them anyway. Because I've been off for a while with this sort of the anxiety and depression built up from this.
Yeah.
So that was something I was already doing, but just, I don't know, just been more feeling like more I can talk to people about it, a little bit following sort of advice that was sort of given on here, almost about, not being guilty about speaking about it myself, kind of thing. So I've sort of received support because of that, because I've opened up to people and they actually know it's happening. It's a positive thing.
Oh, I'm really chuffed for you, mate. That's brilliant. That's a brilliant position to be in, because it's going to get rocky, and there'll be ups and downs, and I'm really pleased that you sound a whole lot better than you did last week.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more mentally organised and in one piece. So, like, I can sort of just talk about it a bit more openly now.
And that's the thing, is to keep talking about it, because I don't want to put you on a downer again, but there will be times when you don't, when you drop the ball a little bit in terms of feeling together and organised with it. There will be. Let me take that back. There might be times when you feel like that. There might be times. I tell you, the weird thing I had, Mark, with my mum's MS, was I would really resent her quite often. Really resent the imposition it put on my life. I would resent the disease for degrading my mum. I would resent her for being so dependent on me. Not all of the time, it wasn't all the time, but there were times when I resented her and felt angry with her. And you know what? That was all right as well. That's all right to feel that.
Yeah. I've reacted in a sort of confused way and sort of retracted and gone depressed and anxious and all the rest of it about it. My brother-in-law reacted in a completely different way. He's just full of furious rage and anger about how unfair the situation is.
Yeah.
Everybody reacts differently.
That's it. There's no right or wrong
to
way of doing it.
people
However
close to you.
everyone is reacting is exactly the right way for them to be reacting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say the unfairness is a big one. The unfairness is a big one, and I still get pangs of that about my mum. But I've kind of managed to let that go, because life is unfair, man. Life is unfair, and some people have more unfairness than others.
on a more cheerful and fair note,
yes,
I really enjoyed hearing about your train journey because trains are awesome.
There we go.
Method of transportation in the country.
I love train journeys. I love them, right? And I've never really done a long one, and you can't really do a long one in Great Britain. For some reason, my kids were obsessed about going on a sleeper train, and you can't. There's no point in doing a sleeper train in Britain. But
they're a bit unreliable because I've seen them sort of pulling through Wigan at about 7 a.m. when they're meant to have been in Scotland for about 5 hours. So
right, yeah,
that's an even more depressing thing. You pay all your money in your book to go on the sleeper train, and you end up in Wigan at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that'd be grim. You wake up. Are we there yet? Oh no, we're in bloody Wigan. The only issue I have with trains is that they can be so expensive. The number of times I've flown somewhere because it's cheaper to fly than it is to get on a train.
Oh yeah, it's stupid. I mean, to get from where I am in the northwest down to London, it's nearly 400 quid if you just walk in and say, I want to return to London today.
It's insane, isn't it?
The whole thing's geared to make you book in advance.
Yeah.
And then you get on and all you see are just hundreds of empty seats with reserved written across them because nobody's gotten on the train. I don't know how they're making money tossing around empty trains.
Are you a train nut then, Mark?
I'm an enthusiast. I wouldn't say I'm a train nut.
I think other people might say you were a train nut just by the fact you've said you're an enthusiast.
Compared to an average person who just gets on the train and doesn't really even monkeys in the train's just a utility, then yeah, I probably am. But I'm not at I have to see every single train, I have to ride at every single train and write it all down what I've done and take photos of the exciting experience. I'm like, if I'm on a train going along and see a different type of train that looks a bit interesting, I'll go, ooh. So, in that sense, yes, I'm a train nut, I suppose. I mean, I do a train simulator stream every week on YouTube.
Here we go. Hang on a minute. Here we go. Now, hang on a second. And I'm not calling you a nut, Mark, but again,
I'm kind of calling myself a nut now. I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot here with this.
What is it? You stream a train simulator on YouTube. Now, let me just before you continue, Mark, I'm gonna jump into this ring with Mark, and I'm gonna put on my engineer's hat. Because I had a train simulator on my BBC Micro. I think it was the Brighton Bell or something. It was the Southern Bell on the BBC Micro. Did you have that?
I didn't have it at the time, but I've seen it since, yes.
Yeah, I used to have it. And then I got really pissed off with my mate Duncan Smith because it's a really complicated game. It's a train simulator. Of course it's complicated. And you had these really detailed instructions. And at Computer Club one lunchtime, Duncan Smith lost the instructions. So the game was useless. Game was useless to me.
Couple of weeks ago, I was at the Retro Play Expo, whatever it's called, in Blackpool. Just Play Expo or something, like the old computer games.
Hang on, was that a couple of weeks ago? I was supposed to go to that.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh,
yeah, I was there. I was there stalking the famous Mr. Biffo, Paul Rose there.
Yeah. Oh, I was supposed to be. I got invited to that, and I said, "Oh, I'll look into it." I never did. Oh, bum. Oh, that's disappointed.
We had a right old park. Anyway.
Yes.
An Evening Star was on one of the machines there. I was like, train simulator, go. I'll sit and play that. I sat down. I was like, I have no idea what key actually does what.
Yeah.
And from playing the modern one,
yeah,
I was like, I know the theory of how to drive the train, but when you can just click and drag on the screen to operate all the controls, that's fine, that's easy. But when you have to know the exact keys to press, you're stuffed.
Yeah. Well, and that's why train driving simulator players get paid so much more money than nurses, or something like that. I may have completely misunderstood.
We basically get paid the same amount as actual train drivers. Just the monetisation potential alone from YouTube, you would not believe.
That's what it's all about.
How much money those 15 regular viewers per night bring in.
Hey, I tell you, me and Kath mentioned this the other night on Twitch. For those who don't know, Twitch is this website, right, where people stream video games, and I find it quite therapeutic watching people play video games. But we decided to try and find the game that had the least amount of viewers. And you've really got to scroll down for a few minutes to get there. And it was two French lads. There was only one person. No, there's no one watching, I think. And then we all piled in. Playing Mechanic Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And it was two lads. And they were simulating taking a wheel off. It was all in French. Then they opened the bonnet and they were faffing around with the engine, and then in the game, the character in the game had to walk over to a computer and order parts. He had to order parts. That was part of the game. The simulation was he had to order parts.
I can't wait for there to be sort of a really good sort of Siri type AI, and then you can have call center simulator, and then you could just do call centre forever without even getting paid for it.
There we go.
It could be great fun. You could depress yourself to death without ever having to leave your house.
Mark, good to talk to you, mate. Thanks for the call. I'm glad,
Cheerio.
Best of luck with you and your dad.
Thank you.
Up your bum. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is the Late Night Alternative with me, Iain Lee, on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Question number 41 for the Army.
No, of course not. Women do not have to shave their heads in the Army. Although, you're not the first person to ask, let me tell you. Honestly, we don't, unless that's your thing. I'm pretty sure the guys in my platoon didn't really notice I was a girl, and that was the same for all of us, long hair or not. It's nothing like being a woman on Civvy Street.
The Army is recruiting now. To have your questions answered and find where you belong, search Army Jobs.
The Wren Kitchen sale is now on with all kitchens half price plus an extra 25% off when you buy 5 or more fully assembled units. Hurry, offer ends 10 p.m. Wednesday.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade go.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade-quality building products. In February, we've got a 25-kilogram bag of Thistle multi-finish for only £4.59 expat. Now that's a real deal. We've got even more real deals and thousands of products in stock at Selco Builders Warehouse. To find your nearest branch, go to selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade go.
Can you think of a reason why you shouldn't apply for an Ocean credit card? There's a credit limit of up to £1,500. They send you texts so you keep control of your spending, and you can see if you'll be accepted before you apply at askocean.co.uk. Plus, checking won't affect your credit rating. But before you go and check, there's just one reason why you shouldn't. Because you've already got an Ocean credit card, right? Otherwise, get checking. Go to askocean.co.uk. Intelligent Lending Limited is a credit broker. Capital One is the exclusive lender.
You can say anything to a mate. Anything. Call them every name under the sun. Wind them up. Bring them down a peg. Tell them stuff you never thought you'd tell anyone. Because they're proper mates. Like brothers. When it's a mate, you say what you feel like saying. Except, I love you, man, and I'm not going to let you drink drive. Stupid, innit? Mates don't let mates drink drive. think.
The mother of all talk shows with George Galloway on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Listen up, comrades of the world. Unite!
Our glorious leader, George Galloway, with the mother of all talk shows.
The switchboard is lighting up.
Controversial conversation and cutting-edge current affairs comment with the notorious B.I.G.G. Listen, this guy's a nightmare. He's not a great guy, folks.
The mother of all talk shows with George Galloway. Friday night from 7 on Talk Radio.
Tiny dino hands.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
03444991000 is the telephone number if you want to give me a call. If you want to watch the show, go to youtube.com/rabbithole, and we are streaming it live in what can only be described as hard definition. There's a hard definition going on, guys. Good evening, Darren.
Ian, hello. Howdy doody. How are you doing? You all right?
am doing... Do you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay tonight, Darren. Yes, I'm good. Thank you
Nice to hear that, actually. Right. Now, am I going to get wrong for this being on loudspeaker? Yes, no. Obviously I am, so I'll take it off. Hello.
Why would you?
No, I'll explain. Can I explain why I would do that? And I was hoping I would get a buy because of that, because I was in the middle of an online game of snooker, but it's now finished. So I've turned, and I was hoping you would accept me playing that whilst talking to yourself.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Finished anyway.
Yeah.
Finished.
Okay. Here's the thing. I didn't notice that you were on loudspeaker. Your loudspeaker
Do you know
is
why?
good.
'Cause I've just bought a brand new phone today.
Oh, yes.
And I haven't got a flipping clue what's going on with it.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful new bit of tech.
I know.
Beautiful bit of tech. Who are you playing online?
Age, man.
Who are you playing online snooker with? Jimmy White?
Actually, everybody has like alternative names, and one of them is called, right? I hope I'm allowed to say he's called Jimmy Shite. He's actually really good.
Jimmy Shite?
Yeah, man. You know, Ian.
Yeah.
There's another one called Harry Potter. But they're actually really good.
Yeah.
Harry Potter. One's called Jimmy Shite.
Yes.
I'm just Daz W71. Anyway,
so I'm trying to think of other pun
I've been thinking about it for
names.
weeks, man. And going with snooker players.
I'm trying to think. Steve Bollocks? No, it doesn't work. It doesn't sound like Davis, does it?
Steve Mavis. Just a bit camp.
Oh, because he's okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, we can do that. Bill.
Bonnie O'Sullivan.
Bill. Well, yeah. Okay, you're just doing names that sound slightly like them. I'm trying to do names that imply they're rubbish.
Jimmy Shite's genius. Agreed.
Yes, Bill Werbenik. Tip the ball and miss the pocket.
Anyway, and you're going right back in the day there. People wouldn't get it, would they?
Of course people will get Bill Werbenik. One of the most... All right.
20 pints of frame. That's
okay, here we go. Right, what we're going to do is I want you to name, out of all the snooker players there's ever been, who you think would be the best lover. Because I know exactly...
Tony Drago was a right shagger.
I don't want to know who was a shagger. Tony Drago isn't here to defend. I don't want to know that. I want to know who would make the best lover. And let's be honest, the shaggers are not always the best lovers. Shall I tell you who I'm thinking of?
I go on.
Cliff Thorburn. I bet Cliff Thorburn...
he would have been smooth.
He would have been smooth. He would have been a great shag. He would have been a beautiful lover.
I can't believe we went on to that subject, but
you brought it up.
Like Cliff Thorburn, I think he would have been a proper Barry White style man.
Yeah, I think he would have been romantic and gentle, and then just a little bit forceful, not in an aggressive way, but in a taking control of the scenario way. He would have read the vibe, realised the woman wanted a firm hand, and that's what he would have given her. Cliff Thorburn, ladies and gentlemen.
Who do you think would have been the most ridiculously disappointing?
Oh, the fella that was Alex Higgins. Alex Higgins.
Because he was always intoxicated.
Yeah, I think so. My mate is.
I think he would have been a good rough and tumble to someone.
My mate, bloke I've not seen for ages, bloke called Carvers Tarabi. He's like really good friends with Steve Davis, and they go DJing together. Because Steve
Davis DJs.
Yeah, because
Really?
Steve Davis is really into. I don't know. I don't know what term you'd use to describe it. He's into prog. He's into prog rock and like psychedelic rock, and
Right,
and he
I've
really
got- I've
knows his
sorta got you.
obscure. He loves his obscure.
Is this definitely true?
This is true. I tell you what I do. I think
Nice one, right?
I'm gonna play right, and hang on a minute. No, I'm not. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered.
I know. It's that's not even why I'm phoning.
Okay. Oh, Magma. That's it. Thank you, Collapsible. Magma. He's a big fan of Magma, right? The band Magma.
You've completely lost us now, and
right.
I'm the same age
I'm
as
going to
you.
play you. Let me play you a track from Magma, right? This
Yeah.
is Steve Davis's favourite band of all time. Hang on a second.
Really?
Yeah,
Right
here we
on.
go.
I'm listening.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Davis's favourite band of all time. Here it comes.
I'll let you.
Oh, there's an advert. We're going to skip that. Hang on, here we go. Magma. Ladies and gentlemen. Steve Davis's favourite band, Magma.
Does that not explain everything about it, gentlemen? Wow, man, that is honestly, that's...
And it. Here we go. Hang on a minute.
Oh, you know what? Next time the World Snooker Championships on, I'm going to Twitter and ask him that. Like,
It's true. Tweet him now. Honestly, tweet him and my mate Carvis, and Magma, his favourite band. Incredible, isn't it?
Right. So, who was the best ever? Because coming up in the top 20 of the players,
yeah.
Ronnie O'Sullivan runs loads, so he could probably have stamina.
Yeah, but I thought we'd established that Cliff Thorburn was.
No, I thought Cliff. You know what?
Whoa! Yes, hey, hang on a minute, Darren. Darren, shut up. That's a yellow card. We dumped that. That's a yellow card.
What did I do wrong?
You said the F word.
I did not say the flipping F word.
Right, you just said it then. There's a red card. Thanks very much for calling. Yes, you did, mate. Trust me. Well, that got aggressive very quickly, didn't it? For those who don't know, I did not effing say the F word. Yes, you did. And now I expect a barrage of aggressive tweets. You said the F word twice, mate. Flipping heck. Oh, this is Steve Davis's favourite band, guys, Magma. Yeah, but not that much. Thoch. We'll play the Howard Hughes clip after midnight, I think, because... Simas, who's phoned up the show the other day to talk about VPLs, it's when ghosts record their voices, just tweeted, I just watched the interview on YouTube you did with David Babcock. I thought it was the... Darren, you two Fs and we have to let you go for the night.
Ian, well, okay, but can I just say I said F-L-I-P-P-I-N, man.
No, you didn't, mate. You said the F word
Ian,
twice.
While you're on, though, mate, I need to talk to you about the question on the quiet.
Okay, well,
not tonight, but please, will you take that on board?
Well, I'm not going to talk to you on the quiet. What does on the quiet mean?
Well, I don't mean that.
Well, then don't say it.
That's why I asked for your email address before, man.
No.
Mate, I love listening to you, and I've got loads of questions to ask you about that sort of thing.
Well, you can ask them on the radio show.
Well,
but
I apologise. You think I said F-U-C-K-I-N?
No. I don't think you said it. I know you said it twice, and that's fine. But you'll have to.
Well, play that back to me, please, because I did not. I said flipping, man.
No, I'm not going to play it back because that would involve us playing back the two F-bombs. Listen, you can call in another night. But
I'm scared to call in you now. I'm scared to actually call you, and I actually love listening to you. You know what this is making us nervous, calling you.
Well, that's not me that's making you nervous. It's you that's making you nervous, and your loose tongue.
I am not intoxicated tonight.
I've not said you are. I've not said you are.
Right, I know it. It's just it's pretty heartbreaking because I love listening to this show.
Well, you can, mate. The rules of the rules of the radio are. I'm pretty. You're lucky.
You know, understand that, man.
Right, well, just phone in.
Then
shut up and listen. Right, right. The fact that I've let you back on shows that I'm a cool guy, right? But you can come back on.
I actually think the world.
Well, shut up and listen then. You can phone up another night. But also, I've kind of made it a decision that I don't really get into email. If there's anything you want to ask me, you can ask me on the radio.
I'm not asking it on here about my depression, Ian.
Well, I'm not going to reply to an email about it.
Well, that's me knackered, then, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not you knackered. That's your decision. If I replied to everybody...
Of course it is,
well, then talk to your doctor, man.
Mate, I've been to the doctor.
Right, if I replied to every email...
Twice, okay, that's all. I'm not even going to get on your back. I've tried to take your life twice. That was years ago. I've got 2 children. I've got a beautiful girlfriend. I'm self-employed and I'm a happy guy, but when I get them days, I relate to yourself.
And it's unfair of you to say that I am the only possible outlet that you have. That's unfair.
But you do help, man.
But I'm not going to reply to emails about it, because if I replied to every email I had... Will you shut up and listen, man? Shut up and listen! Will you shut up and listen? Because I'm being really patient with you and you're being very, very rude.
I don't believe I am, but... Yes,
shut up!
Right, shut up. I'm shut up.
I have made it a decision that I don't reply to emails, because if I replied to every email I had about depression, I've had about 5,000 emails about it over the last few years. So I don't. And it's unfair of you to say that me not replying is you screwed. That's your choice. You've made that call.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, then it's the second time you've said something and then said, I didn't mean it like the words I said implied. Well, you got to be careful with what you say, all right?
Yes, I understand, and I apologise for that.
All right, nice one, Darren. Thanks for calling.
I'll not be calling again. I can't. But thank you, Ian.
That's your decision.
I know it is, Ian, but I'll still listen.
Well, then that's also your decision. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Well, listen. I actually enjoy listening. I think it's absolutely... I've never heard a talk show like it.
It's great. It's unique. Is it pre-recorded news?
It is class, and I always praise you.
Is it pre-recorded or live?
It's live.
Okay. Don't talk in my ear, please, Gary. All right, Darren, listen, I don't know what you said then, because someone was talking in my ear. There's nothing to apologise for. There's nothing to apologise for.
I'm not going to bother you no more.
All right, Darren, whatever. I mean, Jesus Christ, what am I supposed to do? Flipping it. Let's go to the thing.
Talk Radio. Dial up some dialogue.
Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
See the smartest, sexiest thriller of the year first and for free with Talk Radio. Red Sparrow stars Oscar winner Jennifer Lawrence as an elite Russian Secret Service agent, highly trained in the art of attraction and deception, using her body as the ultimate weapon.
I heard about a program. Young officers trained to seduce and manipulate, call them sparrows.
Go to talkradio.co.uk for your chance to win tickets to this year's hottest film, Red Sparrow, in cinemas everywhere. March 1st.
What are you up to? Listening to the radio? But are you going to bingo? Wait for a bus? But are you going to bingo? Go Blackpool? But are you going to bingo? Stand in a field? But are you going to bingo? All I want to know is, are you going to bingo? Little ducks? Are you going to bingo? Legs 11? Are you going to bingo? Two fat ladies? Are you going to bingo? All I want to know is, are you going to bingo? Everyone's a winner with Sun Bingo. Spend £10 and get a guaranteed prize every day. 18 plus. T's and C's apply. Bonus prizes are non-withdrawable. Please gamble responsibly.
I've worked with loads of vinyl mats, but this upgraded Dulux Trade vinyl mat is something else. It's smooth, really smooth. Application-wise, it goes on brilliantly, and all with the same great opacity and coverage as before.
Oh, very good, love. Now hurry up and butter that toast.
We've upgraded Dulux Trade Vinyl Mat to offer a smoother consistency and easier application, because what matters to you matters to us. Upgraded Dulux Trade Vinyl Mat. Find out more at duluxtradepaintexpert.co.uk.
I'm there as she's rushed down the corridor of A&E. Her blooded hands are hanging limp from the side of the hospital bed. She desperately needs a transfusion. She keeps asking for her fiancé. We turn the corner, and I'm here, finally, in the snack aisle. I pick up a selection of crisps before realising that I forgot the potatoes. Back to the fruit and veg aisle it is then. As a blood donor, you can save someone's life while going about yours. Register at blood.co.uk.
Live on Sky Sports.
We're up and running.
Watch Britain's #1 female golfer Charlie Hull in all 5 majors.
teeing off with the ANA Inspiration.
Just the start that Charlie Hall was looking for.
Can Wasps defend their title in the Vitality Netball Super League?
This game is physical, it's tough.
And watch the Red Roses defend their crown in the Women's Six Nations Rugby.
Is that the Grand Slam for England?
All the action, live on Sky Sports. Feel it all.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
From the Sky News Centre at midnight, emergency explosion. Matt Kane from Leicestershire Fire and Rescue Service says crews are working in difficult conditions.
The crews are having to shore up potentially unstable parts of the neighbouring buildings. They're having to make access into tight voids and spaces within the collapsed structure to make sure that there isn't anybody that potentially could have survived still within the building.
A fifth British tourist has died after a helicopter crash in the Grand Canyon. Eliudu, who is 29, had been in hospital since the aircraft came down earlier this month. The UK's most senior counter-terrorism officer says police have foiled 4 plots by right-wing extremists in the last year. Mark Rowley thinks the country is facing a significant threat from those types of groups. Jeremy Corbyn's confirmed a shift in his party's Brexit policy, outlining plans for the UK to remain in a customs union with the EU. The Labour leader says that would ensure tariff-free trade with Europe, but critics claim it's a betrayal of Leave voters. International Trade Secretary Liam Fox is among them.
Labour voters who voted to leave will be shocked. I think that they voted to take back control, and Labour have handed control back to Brussels. In fact, worse than we are in today. At least today we get a say in how the policy is made. Now we'll be entirely rule takers rather than rule makers.
He'll be the latest government minister to give a speech on Brexit later on. Temperatures could fall to -8 degrees Celsius in some parts overnight as snow's expected across large parts of the UK this week. More than 200 trains and dozens of flights have been cancelled due to the wintry weather. And new rules to cap energy prices are being introduced in Parliament. It would allow the regulator Ofgem to limit standard variable tariffs, which are often the most expensive. That's the latest. I'm Annie Joyce.
I played Kath a song the other day. Bob Dylan did this weird album, right, which I'd heard of, called Self-Portrait, 1969, 1970, something like that. Double album. And it's generally considered one of his worst until he got to the 80s, right? But there are some real gems on it. But there's also... I haven't got it. You can't always find the Bob Dylan stuff on... There are 2 tracks on there, right, that I love, right? Right, okay, let me play. Bob Dylan. What was the song? Let It Be Me. Listen, he does, and I don't quite know. Oh no, see, it's not on there. Is it Let It Be Me? Is it? Yeah. He's quite hot at getting his stuff off of YouTube. Okay. Oh, do you know what? I won't buy it, but I tell you what, I will buy, because this. It's such a weird album, right? And I think it's actually a lot better than people perhaps gave it credit for. But he does like cover versions and things. And I'm going to play you a cover version that he does, right? Oh, it's not going to work now. It's just not going to work. Oh, balls. I want to play him doing his version of The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel, because honestly, you've never heard anything as bad as that. It is absolutely, it is without a shadow of a doubt the worst version of any song you've ever heard in your life. Is this going to work? Here we go. Have some of this. Listen to this. This is incredible. Listen to Bob Dylan sing Simon and Garfunkel. What I should say as well is I think it's him double tracking the vocals, right? So it's 2 Bob Dylans being Simon and Garfunkel. It honestly, however bad you think it's going to be, it's significantly worse than that, right? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Dylan sings the hits of Simon and Garfunkel.
I am just a poor boy, though my story's seldom told.
Right, that's not the worst bit. By a long, long way. That is not the worst bit by a long way.
I've squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear. And
I'm so glad I found Bob Dylan, though. Let's go to, in inverted commas, Fred.
Hello. Yeah, my name's Fred, and I come from Glasgow, and I was wanting to talk about depression and chronic pain. You see, I went to my doctor's, and I was feeling suicidal, and she told me I had to have a referral. And I just want to ask, does that sound normal?
You don't sound normal.
Can I ask what you mean by that?
I think you know what I mean by that.
That sounds very ignominious.
Ignominious?
Yeah.
Oh, ignominy is my favourite trait.
Who am I speaking to?
Well, I don't know who you are speaking from, let alone who you're speaking to.
Let me tell you something, sir. I don't like your vernacular.
Well, you've not seen my vernaculars.
Well, I'll give you something to worry about, son. Let me tell you something right now. If you come to Glasgow,
yes,
I'll say. Have you ever heard of the Glasgow kiss?
Yes, it's a headbutt. Whereabouts in Glasgow are you? Because I love Glasgow.
Well, I'll tell you exactly where I am, mate. Right, this is me getting me fucking me governor voice on, right?
All right, mate. Right, there we go. What is it with everybody and their potty mouths? Let me know when we have a full delay, please, because I'd like to you're not. No one can hear you, caller, because you just dropped an F-bomb. So I have had to press the dump button. Okay, I'm going to let you come back on because I'm mildly entertained by idiots. So just hold your horses, and we'll wait for the delay to come back, and then we'll put you back on. Watch your language, and let's see if we can find some kind of common ground between us, and work out exactly what it is that you want to get off of your chest. How's about that? How much delay have we got? Thank you very much. Okay, caller, let's try again, but without the bad language, please. So, what would you really like to say? What's really going on in your life right now?
Do you really want to know?
I don't really want to know, no. But I'm going to give you. I'm a good human being, so I'm going to give you the courtesy of allowing you. I'm going to give you the courtesy of allowing you to tell me what's going on.
I'm from the east end of Glasgow.
Right.
And the Calton. That's just at there's an area just at the east end. Yep. It's not like London, but it's got some character. There's a lot of crazy kind of people kicking about the east end of Glasgow.
Yeah, I know the east end of Glasgow quite well. Why did you phone up and do a silly voice?
That wasn't me. That was my mate. Fred. He's went off into the other room.
Okay. So what's going on? What's your name, caller?
My name is Dave.
What's your hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What's your real name, caller?
Dave.
Okay, well, we know it's not, but okay, let's for convenience, you can phone up and be whoever you want to be. Okay, fine. So what's going on for you, Dave? Because I'm getting a lot of fear from you.
Fear?
Yeah, you're afraid.
Do you know what I'm afraid? I'm afraid of the Nazis.
Yeah.
They are making a resurgence. Yeah. This is no joke.
No,
man.
You're not afraid of Nazis. You're afraid of the vastness of life. You're afraid of.
Are you talking about David Icke? You're trying to get some mind stuff going on here.
There's no mind stuff. It's just there's no mind stuff. It's just words. I'm just very good at reading people.
I like David Icke, right? And he does go deep.
There we
David
go.
Icke goes deep.
There we
right?
go. Now we're getting somewhere.
But let's not.
We've had David Icke on the show.
David Icke's amazing, man.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a innovator. He's a guy that thinks ahead.
He's a very nice man as well. We had a lovely time.
The man has got arthritis.
Yeah, he's had it since about 26.
And he still battles through. And how articulate is he?
Oh, he's great.
The man speaks like the words just roll off his tongue.
Oh, he's great. He's a great speaker.
Okay. And do you think a guy like David Icke can really change the hearts and souls and minds of the unawakened people who are walking about?
No, I don't think that. Not on a mass scale. No, I think thinkers and speakers like David Icke will always be on the fringe.
Right. So would you say that to his face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because so that he's hard working, he's effort.
No, you asked me a question. Do I think he can change the people that you call sleepwalkers? And I gave you my honest answer. Here's the thing, because I'm getting bored of this now. Here's the thing, right? I am being completely honest with you, and yet you've only told me one truth in this entire phone conversation. Everything else has been a lie. Okay. And I'm just wondering why I should keep talking to you if you're going to be dishonest with me. Because good communication, as you will know, is about honesty.
You actually sound like David Icke. How do I know I'm not talking to David Icke?
Good communication is about honesty. And you have only shared one honest piece of information in this phone call.
What do you want from me?
I'd like your name to start with.
My name is John.
I'd like your name to start with.
Darren.
Exactly, you see, that's it. Why should I carry on talking to a liar?
I've just told you my name, and not only that, I gave you my second name.
Okay.
I gave you Darren, and then I gave you John. No, if that's not good for you, if that's not good enough for you, then me and you're going to have to establish how we're going to be moving forward.
Wow, we're in couples therapy so early on in our relationship.
Let's be honest, right?
Well, this is it. I've been honest. I've been honest for this entire phone conversation, and you have told me. I have been honest for this entire phone conversation, and you have only told me, and I correct myself now. You've only told me two truths. You have told me two truths.
Right, well, listen, we've got to...
Shall I ask you another question? And this time I hope I get an honest answer.
You can do that.
Why did you do the funny voice at the start of the conversation?
Because I like to think I'm a bit of an impressionist. And I'm actually pretty good at it.
Who was an impression of?
It was an impression of my friend. She's also from Glasgow.
In that case, it may have been an excellent impression. I don't know. People generally do famous people.
Well,
but that's,
she's probably been on your show before, and I shouldn't really say it's not for me to grass somebody up. I'm from the East End. I'm not a grass. You see, there's that terminology, the grass. I don't really want to be referred to as a grass.
Why are you so angry?
Why can you sense this? You're very perceptive. You're very receptive to my anger. My anger? Why are you picking up on this? Are we in some... What's going on here?
Why are you so angry?
That's an interesting question. Why am I so angry? Maybe I've not took my meds.
I suspect you may have taken something that isn't your meds.
Oh, God. Well, I was actually... somebody had taped this show last night called the Iain Lee Show, and so I was listening to it, and then it sort of had an effect on my mood. But I thought it was for the good. I thought it kind of made me more buoyant.
What is your drug of choice these days?
Drug of choice. Life. Seriously. I don't drink. I genuinely don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't take drugs. I know that might be a hard thing for you to digest, being from the East End of Glasgow, but I'm a recovering alcoholic.
How long you been in recovery for, brother?
December the 13th, 2008.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
Just for today, huh?
Just for today, my friend. Easy does it. But
Easy does it. Well, that's good news. How easy did you find it to get sober?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
The obsession was moved very, very fast. I came in.
Yes.
On December the 13th, 2008, and it was just gone. I went to my first meeting, and bingo, that was it.
After the first meeting? That's incredible. I've heard people say that, and I'm always impressed.
I'll tell you something. I went through a lot of trauma 6 years later on, and I picked up again 6 years later. And that, I never thought I would drink again, and that insidious thought came back in after 6 years, and it drew me to another substance first, and then to drink. So I've had a bit of a journey, my friend.
How long did the relapse last, if you don't mind me asking?
One night.
Oh, there you go. One night.
One night, yeah.
In heaven, when you kiss me.
I thought it was when you touched me.
Oh, maybe I'm a bit more romantic than you.
Mate. Do you know what?
Yeah.
It wasn't the end of the world. I know this might be a bad thing to say, but it wasn't the end of the world what I'd done. It was a blowout.
Yeah.
Did I get back on my, did I pick up my spiritual toolkit the next day?
Yeah.
Very much so.
That's all that matters, isn't it?
Yeah. But it's not easy. I'll be honest.
I had 13 years.
Wow.
And then I picked up.
Woo. Jeez, man.
And I had a little play around. And did a few more experiments, and then decided.
How did that work out for you?
It worked out exactly as you'd imagine.
Right.
But I'm glad I did a little bit more research because it's sealed the deal, and so I'm keeping it in the day again.
All right.
That's what it's all about, man. Did I enjoy the relapse?
Can I ask you something?
You can ask me something.
Would you have took the red pill or the blue pill? Because I really think about this sometimes when I was not awoken, when I was going about in a sort of a dazed haze and I didn't have any awareness, right? Would you have wanted to be woken up or stayed?
Oh, mate, I'm a blue pill kind of guy.
The blue pill, was that the one that wakens the person up?
No, that's the one that keeps them asleep.
Yeah.
I don't want to be woken up.
I know. Jeez, I know. I think about that often, man.
But you sound like you've been woken.
I have been woken, but you know what? It's like I feel everything now, and everything's real, and it's just like before. Everything was a bit of a bubble, and now life is a bit like pressure and real and. I like living in that sort of the Matrix. I know it sounds a bit David Icke stuff, but I don't know. I'm going to be honest, Ian. I really have mixed views, man. I know it's great to be woken up and to get a new life, and I probably don't realise how fortunate I am, but I still miss parts of my old life.
When you say parts of your own life, now, just to clarify, because I'm a little bit lost, are you talking about parts of your old life when you used to drink, or parts of your old life when you were not woken and you didn't know that we were run by lizard people?
That. I mean, I probably fall into the category of, I was an alcoholic, but, I definitely think that I had been affected by alcoholism.
Yeah.
By growing up in an alcoholic environment, definitely was affected by alcoholism. When I say I miss parts of my old life, I miss the clubbing. I miss the excitement. I miss the sort of the getting drunk on the anticipation of going out on the Saturday night and, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, I mean, that all changes. I mean, it really does. I mean, you come into recovery, into sobriety, you go out, everybody's on a different wavelength. You know, I was going up, I mean, my sponsor would, you know, I was up nightclubs when I was 1 and 2 years sober. I mean, and I was
But
not
just being around, I hate being around drunk people now. And coked up people now, because it's so. I haven't been around coked up people for a long time, but it's just, the drunk people are so boring, man. So boring.
No. They're so self-obsessed, mate. I know. I don't want to sound too, because I've got a lot of people. I know a lot of people who still drink and stuff, but
self-obsessed. You're right, definitely.
Well, it's up to them, innit? It's like you know, it's just like they're living in their own wee thing, you know, and that's up to them, and they can do that, but. Sobriety is not for the faint-hearted. You know what? You know the drill, man. You know that it's not an easy gig, man. You know what I mean? And I know that, you know, I'm going through a lot of health challenges, chronic pain being one of them, and that has been a major factor in my sobriety, where I found it a lot harder to enjoy sobriety when I've got chronic.
Of course.
You know, so it's definitely been double hard, if that makes sense. Where I probably wanted to go out and enjoy myself again, or I miss all that enjoyment when I don't know. Sobriety's no fun for me. Sobriety's no fun for me.
I'm really glad that we carried on talking. Can I ask you one more question?
Yeah, you can.
What's your name?
I'm glad I got real with you, man. I'm glad I got real with you.
What's your name?
Darren. I'm being honest.
All right, Darren. Well, listen, I'm glad we've spoken. You're more than welcome to phone up and do silly voices again, or have a serious chat again.
All right, Ian. Thanks.
Cheers, fella. Ta-ta.
Bye.
There we go. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. And just think that could have ended with both of us being, you know, slightly peed off with each other. Instead, we had a really nice chat. I enjoyed that. We missed an ad break, didn't we? 0344 499 1000. We've got Blake, we've got Gary, we've got Dave. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Listen, phone, talk.
What a nice
Talk
guy.
Radio. We'll get you talking.
There's a new secret agent in town.
I'll have an apple martini and a cheese toast.
And his name is...
Man. Bloody man.
We had a direct threat from Vladimir Shevchenko.
Such a Russian baddie name.
When the world calls for peace, they bring the action.
What took you so long?
I'm sorry I was waiting for a toasty.
How was it?
Cheesy.
Explosive new comedy, Action Team, starts Monday night at 10 on ITV2.
I don't need a stylish new Toyota CHR because I hardly need parking sensors. I'm brilliant at parking because everyone will want to lift because it clashes with my tie.
Eventually, you'll run out of excuses. The Toyota CHR, only £229 a month with 0% APR representative. Search Toyota CHR offers.
0% APR representative on new sales of Toyota CHR Red Edition petrol over 24 months. £229 per month. Customer deposit of £7,205.50 when financed through Access Toyota by the 2nd of April 2018. £12,622.50 optional final payment. Subject to status to over 18s. Indemnities may be required. Conditions apply. Toyota Financial Services.
I think the job of being a teacher is so rewarding in so many ways.
The connection between you and the whole class, that's still unbeatable.
When my pupils are successful, it feels incredible.
I think the greatest thing for me is seeing the pupils that I teach love the subject as much as I do.
I don't think there's any other job where you get the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Tales of mystery and imagination on the radio show that does things differently.
Dolly Parton, I listen to a record all day long.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I'm a nut job, but not that kind of nut job.
On Talk Radio.
Honest to God, it's the new Breaking Bad.
Oh no!
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give me a call. I'm really hungry now. Really hungry. I'm not having any chocolate. Not having any chocolate. Let's go to Blake. Evening, Blake.
Good evening, Ian. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Blake. How are you?
How are you, Catherine?
She's in the production booth producing.
Oh.
Oh?
How?
She's fine.
Okay. I was just going to say I just had a Chinese, so I'm nicely full.
Oh, nice Chinese. What did you have?
Well, they did a delivery, and you have to order over £30.
Over £30? Most of them are like a tenner or 15 quid. £30 delivery.
I know. And get this.
Yeah.
They wanted cash only.
Oh, yeah, I bet they did. Was it how many people were eating?
It was me and 3 other friends.
Oh, 3 others. All right, fine. Well, you do
Yeah,
that.
so
We
got 6 cans of fizzy, a whole duck, some chicken wings, and some seaweed.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's not seaweed, though, is it? It's cabbage.
No, it's cabbage. Yeah, I know.
What? But what, I don't
False
understand.
advertising.
But yeah, why do they call it seaweed? Why don't they say it's cabbage? Because it's nice, and I'd still eat it, even if I knew it was called cabbage. It's delicious.
Exactly. And you've got to think high in iron. It's your greens, isn't it?
Yeah.
As your mum would say, you've got to eat your greens.
You've got to eat. It's a vegetable. I'm lazy when I go to the Chinese. Sweet and sour
you get
pork.
the same thing every time.
Sweet and sour pork every single time. I go and I look and I think, oh, and I do like a bit. If I go with my boys, they'll have duck, so I can ponce a bit of their duck. But duck gives me indigestion. So sweet and sour pork all the time.
Yeah. You like it, but it doesn't like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What happens when you go to the Chinese? Do people go, oh, look, it's here off TV?
Well, Chinese specifically. The Chinese people didn't recognise me the last time I went to, but as I was leaving, a family at another table did recognise me, yeah, and then we had a little chat.
Oh, it's a restaurant. It's not just a takeaway.
Yeah, well, the last place I went to was a takeaway, and no, the fella didn't recognise me. I don't think I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here or the 11 o'clock show were particularly big in the Chinese community, but I may be wrong. I may have just dissed the whole of China.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Blake?
It's my 21st next Monday.
I'm busy if you're about to invite me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you and the family are very welcome.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to Amsterdam, and I just wondered if you'd been there, if you'd recommend anything specific.
Yeah, I've been there. What are you going to do? Are you going to get stoned?
I don't know about stone, but we definitely try the culture.
When you say try the culture, do you mean are you going to pay for sex?
Oh no, not that far.
Because when you say I'm going to try the culture, that's what that implies. Like it's a euphemism.
No, that is definitely worthwhile. But I really haven't got the funds for that at this stage in my life.
All right, but if you had the funds, but listen, I'll slip. No, my attitude to Amsterdam changes as I get older, and when I was. When did I go there? I went there with Mackenzie, first of all, to write. We were in our 20s, early 20s. You know, going there in my early 20s, and the last time I went there was for a job, probably late 30s. And, in my early 20s, it's like Disneyland. And in my late 30s, I just thought it was grubby. And I know that the sex part and the drugs part, they're a very small part of it. And I think the drugs part is even smaller now. But I just found it, I just think it's a weird place, man.
Yeah. Glad you don't live there. Glad you live near London.
Yeah, and it doesn't, neither of those things excite me in the way that they would have excited younger me. And, and there's the Van Gogh Museum, there's the Anne Frank Museum and all of that stuff. But, I mean, really, what most people do is they go and get stoned and they walk up and down the red light district daring each other to go in. And that's kind of it. And it's
so that's what you'd say to do, just
no,
have a good laugh.
I'm not. No, you're not listening. Right. I'm saying don't do that. I'm saying don't do that.
Do what most people do.
No, don't do that.
Okay. But if you were in my shoes, if you were 21 again,
I'd fill my boots. I'd fill my boots. Yeah. Okay. I'd make sure I was wearing boots, but then I would fill them.
So 2 things definitely worth checking out: the Anne Frank Museum and the Van Gogh.
That's exactly the places to go, Blake, and I hope you have a great time. Thank you very much indeed. Don't take life advice from me, for crying out loud. Look how my life turned out. I'm living in a tiny bedsit on my own. Don't follow my advice. Follow the advice of Gary. Good evening, Gary.
Hey, Arlie.
I heard you on Martin Kellner's show a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was all right.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. I should say Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock tonight.
I'm not going
to. You don't agree with him?
No, I'm not going to do that. Bring him up.
Well, I'm not telling you.
I'm talking about politics. I'm not into politics.
I'm not telling you to. I'm reminding the listener that the 1 o'clock the station doesn't close down. If anything, it goes up to the next level.
Yeah. Politics.
Politics. Well, he does other stuff. He doesn't just do politics. I've heard him do trivia and music and art.
I think it's funny stuff as well.
He does funny stuff. Funny stuff as well. He's good, Paul Ross. I like Paul Ross.
Can I stop serious for a bit, though?
Of course you can, Gary.
I've listened to you a long time now, and we are at a false start, I suppose. We've gone wrong foot with each other, I suppose. But I lost my sister at 20, me. I went on a 10-year drinking binge and all that crap. It's like a fucking... sorry, swearing. Sorry. It's like...
He said what? He said crap, didn't he?
No.
Crap, did you say the F word? All right. Just can everyone, shut up. Right, because I missed that. Right, so an F word went out there. Thanks. Apologies, I should have spotted that, but I'm struggling to understand everything that Gary is saying. An F word went out. We apologise. It's not. We don't. You know. We like loose badinage, but words like that are not appropriate on the radio. And I apologise. And we've had a slew of them this evening, and that's the only one that has slipped my attention. So I thoroughly apologise, Gary. I'm letting you back on, mate. But that's a yellow card.
I'm sorry.
It's really easy. It's really easy to not say the F word. It's really easy.
It is.
Right. It's easy.
Sometimes it just slips out.
No, it doesn't. No times it slips out. It once in 15 years of radio broadcast have I let the F word slip out, and that's because I was wrestling my producer at the time. So can we just stop it, everybody?
I will. I'll try.
Right, go on.
Right. I lost it at 20.
Yes.
I was trying to. It's like a therapy show, isn't it? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like a therapy kind of thing. Talking about it.
Yeah.
And I went on a 10-year drinking binge, as you do. And I tried to commit suicide 3 times.
Right.
As you do. I nearly fell off a 10th floor building once, as you do. And I still have nightmares about that. I let go and I grabbed it again.
Yeah.
The building.
Why was that an accident, or was that you planning to?
That my psychosis was playing up.
Yeah.
I was telling. I like to talk about it. I love talking about it. Psychosis and all that. Me, mum.
What do you mean by psychosis?
I heard my own brother's voice.
You had what?
My own brother's voice is in police force, and I thought it was police having a go at me.
Right, okay.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
But I'm taking tablets for him now.
Good.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say, really. I just want to get it off the chest and all
that. And how do you feel having shared that?
I feel better, like a weight's being lifted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'm wondering why you feel telling. I'm just trying to get my head around this, Gary. Why you feel? You hang on. Let me try and ask a question before you answer it.
Right.
As you do, right?
All right. Yeah.
I'm trying to work out: are you feeling better because you've told me? And if so, why? Or are you feeling better because you've told the listeners? And if so, why?
Because I'm into spiritualism and all that, the universal awakening and all that thing. That thing where everybody knows. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
A universal awakening is a spiritual thing, I think.
A universal awakening?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's been said. It's been books wrote about it and stuff.
Right.
Well, about
I haven't read those books, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
Let's focus on the question. Do you feel better because you've told me, or do you feel better because you've told my listeners?
I feel better because I told listeners, yeah.
Why?
I feel better.
Why?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just a thing.
Okay,
it's
good.
just.
I'm glad that we could help.
I know. Yeah. No, why not?
Okay. Anything else you want to get off your chest?
I don't know. Let's think.
Well, if you have to think about it, then that I think we know the answer to that.
It'll take a while.
No.
All
right, Gary. Well, thanks for your call, man.
Thank you. I'll ring you again.
Hang in there, fella.
I will do.
It's hard, this life stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. The woman has tweeted, why isn't Kath in the studio anymore? The dynamic has changed. Yeah, the dynamic has changed. Kath is focusing her time at the moment on getting the best calls and shaping the show from that side. But Kath will come in the studio again. It's not a permanent thing. We just like mixing things up and, trying to... I think we both felt the show was getting a little bit flabby, a little bit, I don't know. It's harder work for me if it's just me in the studio, and maybe I needed that for a little bit. So this is the beauty of this show, is that we can do all different kinds of things and try all different kinds of things and see where we get to. We have no callers for the last 15-20 minutes of the show. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio. For those about to talk, we salute you.
I've worked with loads of vinyl mats, but this upgraded Dulux Trade vinyl mat is something else. It's smooth, really smooth. Application-wise, it goes on brilliantly, and all with the same great opacity and coverage as before.
Oh, very good, love. Now hurry up and butter that toast.
We've upgraded Dulux Trade Vinyl Mat to offer a smoother consistency and easier application, because what matters to you matters to us. Upgraded Dulux Trade Vinyl Mat. Find out more at duluxtradepaintexpert.co.uk.
Why, hello. It's me, Dracula. Relax. I don't bite much. Unlike the cost of some broadband deals. That's why I switched to Sky Fibre Unlimited. Just £25 a month, including line rental plus a £9.95 setup fee, exclusively for new and existing Sky TV customers. Frightfully good value. It's totally unlimited, super fast, and they'll never slow down, even at peak times. Well, you don't want anything to stop the flow when you're screaming. Sorry, streaming, do you? Search Sky Fibre. Sky. Believe in better. Available to new fibre customers in Sky Fibre areas. New 18-month contract. Check speeds at sky.com. Further terms apply.
Like every kid with hairbrush in hand, I wanted to be a singer, but I lacked self-belief, and I became a beautician, not a musician. At 18, I decided to give my life a makeover, and I joined the Royal Navy. They taught me to do more with my hands, not to mention my head. I always thought I'd be a pop star, but it turns out a ship's the perfect stage for me, to perform to my potential, and then go beyond it. I'm Sally, born in Manchester, made in the Royal Navy. Start your journey. Search Made in the Royal Navy.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The incredible new sound of Talk Radio.
The No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
The biggest breaking news stories, headline-grabbing guests, and razor-sharp opinion.
Julia Hartley-Brewer will be turning up the heat every morning from 6:30 with an essential mix of straight-talking debate, heavyweight political guests, and fearless comment.
Waking up the nation with a brand new breakfast conversation.
The No Nonsense Breakfast with Julia Hartley-Brewer.
This morning from 6:30
on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional, the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Monday to Friday, me, Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. We present the Late Night Alternative between 10 o'clock at night and 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't forget, 5 o'clock, James Max. And at 1 o'clock tonight, it is Paul Ross. We have... I was just watching the YouTube video thinking, God, why is there such a delay? There's a real delay for the whole thing. I was 3 minutes behind. Like an idiot. If you want to watch the show, we're in HD. You can watch it by going to youtube.com/rabbithole. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give me a call. Oh, now, I don't really like the Rolling Stones, but the Rolling Stones have announced that they're going to do some shows. And part of me is thinking I might go and see the Rolling Stones because they've just announced they're going to do some shows. But then, of course, they're playing stadiums. Have you ever been to a stadium gig? I went to see the Eagles at Twickenham Stadium. It was rubbish. Missed the first half as well. Absolutely. And they're playing London Stadium, Old Trafford, Murrayfield, Principality State, Twickenham State. I don't want to go and see them in a stadium. That to me is a little bit. I don't want to see them in a. I don't want to see the Rolling Stones in a stadium, John.
Oh, hello.
Hello, John.
Hello, Ian. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, John. What would you like to say?
Yeah, like about the drinking one.
Oh yeah.
Right. It's like at the moment I'm drinking, and it's like I'm sort of self-medicating with it.
Yes.
Like so, and I did have about 6 years off it.
Yeah.
And like I've done counselling and stuff, and what's the point I want to get to here? I want to help people. Yeah, like, drinking is just a symptom.
Yes.
Right, there's like underlying stuff. And if you don't look at that, like, you won't be able to move forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, no,
I don't know what you mean, if I'm honest. What are you talking about?
Like AA.
Yeah.
For instance, right. I don't believe in it.
What do you mean you don't believe in it?
It works for some people.
Yeah.
It does work for some people. I know that.
It works if you work it.
Yeah. But Ian, like, I just don't think it addresses what's underneath. Like, it's almost like an addiction in itself. Like that.
Well, that's bollocks. But carry on. Because you're right, it doesn't work for everybody. Your AA doesn't work for everyone. But saying that AA is an addiction is utter bollocks. That you know what I'm hearing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing excuses for why you don't want to stop drinking, man.
No.
Then stop drinking.
Huh?
Hello? Stop drinking.
No, I can't.
Right,
at the moment.
yeah, because you're making excuses. You have a choice. You have a choice. And you're choosing to carry on drinking, and that's fine, man. That's fine. That's your choice.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So that's your choice.
Yeah.
And how's it going for you?
I'm stabilised at the moment.
No, you're not. You're rambling, you're incoherent, and you're dull.
Oh, okay. Cheers.
No, I'm being honest, because it doesn't sound like anyone's being honest with you. You're not stabilised, you're rambling, I can barely know what you're talking about, and you're dull.
All right, man. Well, so I'm hanging up there.
Why are you hanging up?
Because that's just an attack on me.
No, it's not. It's not an attack at all. It's honesty, mate. It's honesty. And what I'm hearing there is another excuse for you why you don't want to stop drinking. How do you think you're stabilised, right? And I'm telling you, from the outside, you ain't.
I know where I'm at, Ian. I know where I'm at.
Right, and I know my perception of you, right? And how
do you know it? You don't know me.
No.
You do not know me at all.
There's the rambling. I said rambling. I know.
Why is that rambling?
Because you're talking bollocks, and I will tell you why if you shut up, right? I told you...
Jesus, man, you're being very fucking...
Right, what is wrong with everybody with the F words tonight, John?
Well, you've just...
Right! What is wrong with everybody? John, you're not on the air. I'll let you back on in a second, right? You phoned up and you're rambling, man. You are rambling because you're drunk. You're not stabilised. You're drunk, right? I told you what my perception of you was. And had you not been drunk, you probably would have heard me say that. I didn't tell you what your personality is. I didn't tell you what I think you are like. I told you what my perception of you was, right? You're effing and jeffing, and you're stabilised? You're in control?
I was dull.
Right, John, you've not been on the air for the last 30 seconds. I will let you back on. No other radio host would do after that kind of language. I will let you back on. He's not even listening to me. John, no one can hear you, right? I will put you back on, but you've got to just moderate your language.
I will.
Hopefully you can moderate that. Great. I told you what my perception of you was.
Okay.
That is something that is my valid opinion.
All right, yeah.
And you're being aggressive and you are rambling, John. You don't think you are, but you are, man.
Really? I'm rambling.
You're what, sorry?
I'm rambling.
Yes, you are rambling, yes.
Right, okay. Well, so perhaps like the best thing I could do is just hang up then.
That's your choice. I'm happy to talk to you till the end of the show if you want. I'm curious as to what, I don't know what this phone call is about. Is it to phone up and tell me that you're having a great time being drunk? Is it to phone up and tell me that you enjoy drinking and you're not drunk? Is it to phone up and say that you really wish you could stop drinking? I don't know what this phone call is.
I think, what I'd like to say is, and I apologise to anyone who was offended by my language. I do apologise for that. That drinking is a symptom of what lies underneath. This is what I'm trying to get to, Ian. And it's if you don't address what's underneath, then there's always the chance that you'll relapse.
Well, but you haven't stopped, so you can't relapse.
I have. I've done 6 years. I've done almost 20 years of counselling when my daughter was born, Ian.
Right. Okay. But but you're drunk now.
I'm not drunk.
Yes, you are, mate.
No, I'm not slurring my words or anything.
Yes, you are, mate. You are.
Really? Am I?
Yes.
So I'd like somebody else to sort of phone up.
No, we're not going to have a phone in. Is John slurring his words? You are slurring your words. You are being very aggressive, and you're slurring, mate.
Oh, Ian, I'm not being aggressive.
Mate, you just threw an F-bomb at me. You are. And you're focusing on things that are irrelevant.
I apologise.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter that you apologise. You did it. And you are slurring your words. So what is the point?
Do you know what, Ian? Sorry, mate.
Here we go.
Here
it comes. I'm not being defensive. I'm being honest, John. And I suspect that no one is being honest with you. Or if they are, you're doing what you're doing to me now, and you're putting your fingers in your ears and going la la la. That's what you're doing.
No, mate. I always listen to people. I've got a mate, right, who works in recovery. He works in an organisation in Birmingham, and he was an addict himself, back in the past, and he's turned it around, and now he's he's running a brilliant organisation in Birmingham.
What are you doing with your life?
That's sea change. At the moment, mate, I'm in a hostel. I'm not doing a great deal, to be honest. I was doing a bit of voluntary work, but that's kind of dried up.
I'm really sorry that life has taken a downturn. The one thing I do know from my own personal experience is things can only start to take an upturn if you stop drinking. You are not in control. You are self-medicating, and you are poisoning yourself.
Totally agree, Ian. I totally agree, mate. Like, I'm so physically dependent on it at the moment, and like the services in Birmingham have been wiped out.
I don't want to
by one
hear you.
organisation.
I know they have. I know that the drug and alcohol.
You know that one, Ian. Yeah.
I know that drug and alcohol dependency services across the country have been wiped out. But I'm also hearing excuses.
I tried to get a detox, right? I've phoned them up 5 times, like.
Go and see your doctor.
Times. I've gone in twice.
Mate, John, all right, John. So that hasn't worked. So then try something else, man.
What can I try? If I'm physically dependent on it at the moment, this all feels a bit sort of self-indulgent, actually. And do you know what I mean? Like
you phoned up to talk about it, man.
I know, but I wanted to sort of help.
Say that you wanted to say that
something.
You wanted to say that you're okay, and here's the
I'm
thing.
not okay.
No, you're not okay, man.
No,
so what?
I'm hanging on at the moment.
Right, well then surrender. Stop hanging on. Let it go, man. Let it go. You don't need it.
I do, Ian. I'm sorry.
Go and see a doctor.
Otherwise, mate.
Go and see a doctor.
And depression.
Go and see a doctor.
Intrusive thoughts. Just
go and see a doctor.
I've tried antidepressants before.
I'm not talking about antidepressants. I'm talking about your alcohol dependency. Go and see a doctor.
I've done it, mate. I've done it, and they've
go and see another one.
We can't help you because your alcohol level is so high that.
Go and see another one.
Oh, I've tried.
How many doctors have you tried?
3.
Go and see a fourth. If you go and see a fourth, right? And why don't you want to go and sit in the back of an AA meeting? I know it's not for everybody, but what's your beef with it?
I was in rehab. I was in rehab in Birmingham.
Address. This is the rambling. We're running out of time because Paul Ross is on in 2 minutes, right? So we've got to really focus on. I'm asking very specific questions for a reason, and you're not answering them. Why don't you want to sit in the back of an AA meeting?
I've done AA meetings.
Why don't you want to sit in the back of an AA meeting?
I've done AA meetings.
What have you got to lose by sitting in them?
Why are you not hearing me?
Because you're not answering. You're not answering. You're not. That's not an answer to the question.
Do you know what, mate?
Here we go. Here we go, dude. You're going to run away again. What? Why don't you want to go? No, you didn't.
I answered your question.
You didn't.
Twice.
You didn't, John. You deflected it.
I said I'd been in AA meetings.
Right. And why don't you want to sit in them now?
Because, like, there was one that they let a child into, right? And the father...
Don't tell me, John, I'm getting pissed off, right? Don't tell me you went to a meeting and something bad happened in it. In Birmingham, there's 100 meetings. Go to a different meeting then.
Nah, mate. Listen, like, it's brainwashing. AA is brainwashing.
Bollocks, is it? Is it bollocks? AA and NA saved my life, John. They saved my life.
All right, Ian. Like, well, I'm glad they. Honestly, I'm genuinely.
I'm brainwashed, am I?
No, I'm genuinely glad they did.
Am I brainwashed?
That's my belief.
I'm brainwashed.
No, that's my belief.
Right, you believe that I'm brainwashed, and yet I'm the one who's not holding a bottle of beer.
No, I believe that.
John, I wish you the best of luck, man, and I hope you get the freedom from your addiction.
All right, Dave.
Hang in there, brother. I'm shouting at you because I care for you, man.
All right, man. Cheers, bro. Take it easy, then.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Gosh. Isn't it, though? Honestly, I feel sorry for him. He's a brother and he's lost, and I hope he gets something. And sometimes you shouting at people, it works, and sometimes it doesn't. That's it. That's your lot. Thank you, everybody. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock. Stay tuned, though, because Paul Ross is up next.